Justin Fields transferring from Georgia. This, I'll give you my opinions in a second. But anyways, there's been people saying that, oh, he's not gonna transfer. If he said he's considering it, how are you gonna go back to your team and just say, oh, I was just considering? That don't make sense. He's transferring. Trust me. He's announced it. Trust me. And he is a real good player. I mean, he's a 5-star quarterback, and he could just about go to any school in the country on his recruiting trail. He had a recruit rating of 0.9998, which is spectacular. That ranks 8th all time among any player. And to give you just kind of a idea how good that is. Tua's rating was 0.9843, and Trevor Lawrence's rating was 0.1 better, or 0.00001 better. He had 0.999999999. Anyways, it was pretty good, and he got an offer from Alabama, so you know he had to be good. And he was the number 1 dual threat quarterback in the nation, and some people had him as the number 1 quarterback in the nation, and some people had him as number 2 behind Trevor Lawrence. Potential landing spots for him. First up on the list. This is in no order. But Alabama, because he only visited 3 schools when he was on the recruiting trail that I know of. Alabama, LSU, and Georgia. And he's transferring from Georgia. So Alabama, I mean, it's very highly unlikely. I mean, look at the quarterback roster. Tua Tagovailoa, probably next year's Heisman winner, the runner-up this year. Jalen Hurts, the best backup quarterback in the nation. He's probably going to transfer and play for just about any team. Paul Tyson, Bear Bryant's grandson, a freshman. And Tua Tagovailoa, Tua's brother. So, I don't see him going to Alabama. Okay, Florida State. This is interesting. And I think if Florida State did a little better this year, he might go to Florida State. But they already have Blackman, who's only a sophomore redshirt, I do believe. Redshirt sophomore, I mean. And I'm not sure if Francois is leaving yet. DeAndre Francois. He might be leaving this year or next year. I'm not sure. But they had a bad season, so I might not. But he has a very high interest. They say it was number 2 behind Georgia on his most likely where he was going to go. Florida. Now, they're elite, so I could see that. He would have a great defense to back him up. I mean, Florida is just elite with the new coach they have, Dan Mullen. But I don't know. Felipe, I think he's leaving. I think Felipe Franks is leaving. But they still got 2 spectacular guys on the bench. And Dan Mullen isn't exactly known for developing quarterback talent. LSU. This is one of the other schools he visited. Georgia, Alabama, LSU. I just don't know if he goes here. I mean, yeah, LSU's in need of a quarterback spot. Obviously, they are forever in need of a quarterback spot. But the last person to transfer there last year, Joe Burrow, he didn't do so hot. Exactly. He does have an elite defense to back him up, but Coach O is a defensive mind, and I don't think he goes there, especially back into the SEC. Penn State. Now this one, he actually was committed to Penn State, and then he flipped his commit to Georgia. But he was originally committed to Penn State. I think this is very likely for him because I am like 99% sure Trace McSorley is gone and he is leaving. You can't really help James Franklin though. I still can't believe he ran the ball on 4th and 5. Blows my mind. But anyways, I mean, you got a great roster there, and there's really no team other than Michigan that can compete with them because Ohio State lost over Meyer, and Ohio State will go under the radar. Trust me, they will. And Michigan State, they're up and down, kind of like a roller coaster. One year they go to the playoffs, one year they have a decent season, the next year they have all their starters returning, and they're terrible. So you never really know with Michigan State. So he could go to Penn State. Same thing with Ohio State. Although Ohio State, Meyer's gone, so he's going to have to learn under a new coach, and we don't know what Ryan Day is capable of coaching. And they have Tate Martell, QB1 star there. So, and he's already played with a QB1 star. Jake Fromm was on QB1. But I don't think he'll go there. Haskins is gone though, and there's been heavily rumored. As in rumors, Ohio State's probably the top candidate in rumors. Oklahoma, this one's probably the second most rumored one. I can see why people say it, but well, here's just an appealing stat to Justin Fields if he does consider Oklahoma. Look what Baker Mayfield did. He was a walk-on at Texas Tech. Okay? He didn't do anything there. Transferred to Oklahoma. Boom, Lincoln Riley, Heisman winner. And a playoff berth at the 3 seed. Kyler Murray. He, Texas A&M, was terrible. Transferred to Oklahoma. Won the Heisman, although he shouldn't have. Gotta look at that too. And he transferred from the SEC to the Big 12 to Oklahoma. It's appealing because there's no really competition. Versus Oklahoma. The Big 12 full of bad defenses. The only person who could play defense in the Big 12 is Texas. And you never know with them. And Lincoln Riley, he's an offensive mastermind, offensive guru, offensive genius, whatever you want to say. He's one of the greatest minds in football. Sorry if you hear that phone going off. But I don't know. He might be gone to the NFL after this season. So I don't know. But that's heavy favored. And this one, okay, Auburn. I don't think he goes to Auburn at all. Gus Malzahn, can you even call it a hot seat? That seat's... It's been to HE double hockey sticks and back. That hot seat is more than hot. He's getting fired next year. Believe it. There's been too many rumors, too many speculation. I don't care if he wins the national championship. He's probably getting fired next season. It is his closest home destination, though. He was born in Kennesaw, Georgia, I do believe. Think so. And Auburn's the closest to that. Auburn's closer than Athens to Kennesaw. And, there's no competition if he goes to Auburn. Because, Jarrett Stidham has already announced he's leaving for the NFL draft. So he's gone. And their plan right now is to start freshman Bo Nix. Bo Nix, I believe that's his name. Bo Nix, I do believe. And, you go there, you start. Okay, my thoughts. All this transferring, I know coaches aren't using you like a quarterback, really. But look at Hurts. Look at Jalen Hurts' situation. Which, Justin Fields' situation is completely different from Jalen Hurts, but somewhat the same. Jalen Hurts stuck around, and look what he did. He's going to get any transfer option he wants, and he can still redshirt. And, I mean, he's a national champion, probably going to be a 2-time national champion this year. Trust me, bro, tired. And he come into the SEC championship and beat Georgia off that, probably because of that 4th and 11 play that Justin Fields did run. That wasn't his fault. But on the flip side, you got to look at Baker Mayfield, transferred to Oklahoma, wins the Heisman. Murray transfers to Oklahoma, wins the Heisman. Both went to playoff games, and Murray has the chance to go to a national championship. No, he doesn't. He has to play Bama. There is no chance. Look at Cam Newton. He was on Florida's roster. I don't think many people know this, but he was on Florida's roster behind Tim Tebow. I do believe behind Tim Tebow, but he was on Florida's roster. Had to go to JUCO level, and then he transferred to Auburn, won a national championship, won a Heisman. And look at Jake Coker. He wasn't even that talented, honestly, if I have to be truthful. I mean, he's backup. He's a backup to Jameis Winston, a Heisman winner and a national champion at Florida State. Transfers to Alabama, and he goes 14-0 as a starter and wins the national championship. And he becomes, you could say he's one of the best in school history. Although for Alabama at quarterback, that's not saying much at quarterback. Should he have left Georgia? It's kind of hard, but I'm going to go with yes. And this could change depending on my mood, but I'm going to go with yes. Because that UGA coaching staff, this is not knocking Kirby Smart or Jim Chaney or anyone on the Georgia coaching staff, but I just don't think they know how to use a dual threat quarterback like him. Because we've seen it this season when he comes into the game. If they're running the ball, their read option, they're using them like a 6-string running back. And, I mean, they just don't know how to incorporate it as well as some other schools can. And when he gets into the game late in the 4th quarter or in the 3rd quarter, and if it's Austin P.A., he gets into it in the 1st quarter or the 2nd quarter. But, they won't let him throw the ball much. I mean, he's a handoff guy. That's what he was. Just hand the ball off. I kind of felt like he should have left. Where would I go if I was in his shoes? Where would I go? I would go. Now, let me list my risks. Okay, let's eliminate them. Alabama. Nope, they already got too many QBs, and that's just not going to work. Florida State. Nope, they're having a terrible season. James Blackman's still there. Nope. Florida. Dan Mullen's not a good quarterback developer. They got to play Georgia every year. And if they don't have to play Georgia, or if they beat Georgia, then they got to play Alabama. I'm not doing it. And Florida's got elite QBs. LSU haven't had a quarterback since forever. And they do have an elite defense, but not many great people on that coaching staff who can develop quarterbacks. Ohio State. Urban Meyer left. Ryan Day, don't know really what he's going to do. At Ohio State, it's unpredictable. Tate Martell is already there. He looks okay. No. Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley's most likely leaving. They already got Austin Kendall there. I don't see him going to. I wouldn't go to Oklahoma, my bad. Lincoln Riley might leave for the NFL, if I already didn't say that. Auburn, no. Just, no. I would go to Penn State, because Trace McSorley's leaving. The competition in the Big Ten is decreasing. Jim Harbaugh is on, his seat's getting a little warm. Turn the seat warmers on. It's kind of on the hot seat, but not really. That could alter Michigan's season. Michigan State as a roller coaster. Or Ohio State, Urban Meyer's fired. They don't have any competition in that conference after that. And James Franklin can develop quarterbacks, because look what Trace McSorley did. He was one of the most underrated quarterbacks in America. And he could have won that game for Penn State, but James Franklin 4th and 5 running the ball. Stupid. But I would still go there. Maybe you get them over the hump. Maybe you get them into the playoffs. They finished 5th. What was it? What was the year? 2016, I do believe. They finished 5th, which is really good. Where do I think he'll go? Now, based on all the rumors, based on what he said, what's happening, everything like that, and how legendary this program is, and they've already had people who worked under this coach, and he's just taking over, and maybe you could get it. I think he goes to Ohio State. That's where I think he goes. Just based on rumors and things, and what his family said, and what his lawyer has been saying, and phone calls, and all that. I think he goes to Ohio State. But I would go to Penn State. Okay. And that's the end of the video. But this is a new series I'm doing. Called the Transfer Series. CFB Transfers. This is episode 1. Justin Fields. And episode 2 will probably be Kobe Bryant. He's already made his decision. And then the next episode will probably be Jalen, and so on and so forth. That's probably that. But this is a new series I'm doing. Leave a like if you want more of the series. If you don't want more of the series, still leave a like. Please subscribe and hit the outro.